Okay, I know we've gotten a little off on our schedule here. Long story short, there were some times when we had trouble uploading on time, so it got uploaded a day late, and because it got up a day late, then one of us wasn't able to watch it on time to be able to make a response, and then this week has been kind of weird, and so I'm making it today. I finally remembered and I'm doing it, so we haven't failed if we're still making videos, right? Even if we may have fudged on the timetable. We'll do our best. So, hon, you're kind of killing me with this whole book thing and listing your favorite books as classic novels and serious novels and stuff like that, when my favorite books are all young adult fiction. I've gone for young adult fiction since I was a teenager and I'm still there, and you know what? I don't see anything wrong with that. And plus, you pulled my favorite books out of the running. Why did you say no to Harry Potter? How can you say no to Harry Potter? Oh well, I guess I slipped it in anyway. Now I had to go and look at our bookshelves and find, okay, what books did I bring with me that I consider my favorites? I mean, I don't really have a favorite standalone book that doesn't come in a series. In my top 3 that I ended up picking, only one of them is a true standalone book. First off, I love John Green's The Fault in Our Stars. And no, it's not just because I love Vlogbrothers and anything. I read his other books because of Vlogbrothers, because I wouldn't have found them otherwise, because I usually would go for the fantasy genre. But then I ended up really liking him, and I believe that his books have incredible merit, even without his Vlogbrothers and YouTube popularity. But yeah, this book. It made me laugh, it made me cry, which is pretty much everything I'm looking for in a book, and he's very witty as a writer and writing the dialogue. I was quite a fan. And Hazel's relationship with Gus kind of reminded me of my relationship with Dustin. Next, I kind of feel like I'm bandwagoning on this one, but it's a great book and there's a reason why a lot of people like it, and it was made into a movie. Hunger Games. I like it a lot. I usually stay away from bandwagon. It took me until after the 4th book came out to even give Harry Potter a chance. I refused to jump on the bandwagon, but hey, now it's my favorite series. If I have to explain to you what Hunger Games is about, then you're living under a rock. I had some trouble coming up with my 3rd book for this list. I ended up picking a 4-book series that I read back in college, I think. They're called the Pellinor books by Alison Croghan. I only have 3 of the 4 because I borrowed the 3rd one from my sister Whitney when I read them. It's been a while since I've read them, so I'm kind of foggy on all the specific details, but from what I recall, it's kind of one of those The Chosen One, Messiah kind of books where the female heroine is living in poverty and then finds out that she's part of this whole culture that she never even knew about, and then turns out she's their chosen one and is going to save the world and restore balance. I know it's a very common theme, but I quite enjoyed it, so who cares? Okay, my next question for you is, what is the best non-romance related surprise that sounded awkward, that you have ever had in your life? Set the scene. It was my last choir concert of my junior year at NAU. At this concert, Dr. Copley would announce all of the scholarships for the coming school year at the halftime of the concert. There would be a break in the music and then she'd announce them in order of ascending numeric value, generally. I had already gotten a scholarship the year before as a sophomore, and I knew I was a shoo-in for one of the other scholarships. So we're standing there and it's halftime and we're all just waiting to hear which of our friends get money, and she announces one scholarship and I didn't get it, and then another one and I didn't get it, and another one and I didn't get it. And I started to get kind of depressed because the ones that I thought I was definitely a shoo-in for went to somebody else. I'm like, uh-oh. And then she gets to the student teaching scholarships, which are usually last on the list because they're the highest value. And I was really bummed because I'm going to be a senior next year, I'm not student teaching yet, I'm not going to get one of these scholarships. She goes through all the student teaching scholarships, and then there's another one. Turns out there was this lady who put into her will that when she died, her house would be sold and then the profits would go towards setting up 3 scholarships for the performing arts at NAU. One for choir, one for instrumental music, and one for drama. And then Dr. Copley starts announcing all of the qualities of the student that was selected for the very first ever Andrea Joseph's Memorial Scholarship for choral music. I'm like, oh my goodness. It was me! I had no idea that the scholarship even existed, And there I am standing there in front of an audience about to be awarded with this scholarship that is over 3 times more in value than the previous scholarships that were announced. I tell you what, to that point in time, that was the happiest moment that I've ever had. I was elated for days. I was not expecting that at all. And that ended up being a really huge blessing for me because my senior year, I didn't have to take out any loans. So, hun, what is your best story of a surprise that you have had in your life? Love you lots, and I will see your video soon. Email. Aha.